Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Take It to the Table with Juanita Orr. And um, this is our session where we actually get together and we talk about life insurance, that is. Life insurance, that is. Y'all, okay, so from our last session, I had a lot of good comments. People sending me messages telling me that the information that I'm sharing is really good information and it's helping them. A lot of things that I speak on, a lot of you have already experienced some of these things that I'm talking about. But the good thing about this is now the next time when you go through this same issue, you'll know how to handle it a little better than you did in the past. So that's the good thing about these sessions. I'm just dropping little gems, just excuse me, so you can fully understand how life insurance works, what it is and how it works. Okay. So, but before we get started, like we always do, I ask everybody that come on, please, ma'am, please, sir. First of all, say hello to me in the comment section so I know that you're here. Just say hello to me in the comment section, so I know that you're joining in. And go ahead and share the live. Please share the live because I promise you, the information that I am sharing with you guys, this information is going to help everyone, not just a small group of people, but it can help everybody, everyone. Okay. So yeah, so go ahead and like I said, when you get on, please, man, please, sir, please share the live. Please share the live. And before we got started, y'all, I don't know why I got on. It just looked like I got on a lot of lipstick when I don't really wear lipstick, so it's like a lip gloss, but it looked real red. I'm not a red gloss or red lipstick type of person. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Before we get started, y'all, please go ahead. Please, ma'am, please, sir. Please share the live for me. Please share the live. You never know. This information could benefit somebody. Maybe somebody's going through whatever we are speaking about on these sessions. Maybe somebody's going through that right now and it's going to help them. It'll help them make really good sound decisions. Okay. So while you guys are sharing your live, I'm going to go ahead and I'm sharing my live. I'm sharing my live so I can get a few people on to join us. But yeah, this session here, now this is a really, really good session that we're getting ready to go into. This is a really good session. Now with this session, we're actually going to touch a little bit on, but not a little bit, we're going to touch a whole lot on job insurance. Job insurance. Why job insurance is not enough. Why it is not enough. Okay. So I know you probably thinking, with your job insurance that you have, as long as you got job insurance, you're good. A lot of people think that, but I'm here to tell you, you're not good. But before we get into that, before we get into the reason why you are not good if you only have job insurance, we're about to get into that in a few minutes on why you are not good if you just have job insurance. But y'all, everybody, please share the live. That's what I'm doing right now. Y'all bear with me. I'm getting ready to share my live. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. But first of all, before we get started, I always like to give y'all my credentials because a lot of people they probably hear the things that I'm saying, but not realizing that I have a lot of experience with what I'm doing. I've been doing this now for about 15 years. I've been a licensed agent for about 15 years. And actually, it'll be 16 years in November. Coming up this year, November, it'll be 16 years that I've been helping people making sure that they're properly protected, and helping them build generational wealth. So not only do I do life insurance, help people with making sure that they're properly protected with life insurance, I also help people build generational wealth. You know, I help people with their investments, you know, with mutual funds, with annuities, help them make sure that when they do retire, they can retire comfortably. You know, you don't want to be one of those persons that retire and then a couple of months or a couple of weeks, or even a couple of years later, you find yourself where you have to go back to work because you didn't save enough money in order to retire comfortably. So you end up back in the workplace. You don't want to end up like that. You don't want to be one of those people, okay? So I can help you with that. I can help you get situated where you don't have to worry about once you retire, you're going back to work, okay? So y'all, like I said, when you come on, please say hello to me in the comment section so I can see who all is joining us today. Let me put my live back up here so I can see the comments. So when you guys comment, I'll be able to read your comments. That's what I'm trying to do right now, y'all. So y'all bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. Am I doing it right? I don't know if I'm doing this right. But anyway, let's jump right into it, y'all, because we're not going to be on long. I know each time I come on, I always say we're not going to be on long. But I promise you today, we're not going to be on long. Not long at all. These sessions should only last about 20, 30 minutes at the most. But we've been finding ourselves going a little deeper and deeper into the conversation, and they've been lasting for an hour, a little over an hour. But today, we're definitely not going to do an hour, okay? But don't hold me on that. But I'm going to try my best not to do an hour. But yeah, so this is the thing, you guys, job insurance. A lot of people think that when they get job insurance that, you know, that's good. They're good. They're covered. They don't have nothing to worry about. But I'm here to tell you that your job's life insurance coverage, it won't cut it. It won't cut it. And I'm going to tell you the reason why it won't cut it. Having job life insurance is like having, I'm going to use this as an example, having, let's say you had a baby and you had only one diaper left, you know, one diaper left in the box, and you're sitting there counting, and well, you're hoping that that one diaper going to be sufficient enough to carry you throughout, let's say throughout the night. But 9 times out of 10, you know that it's not, especially if you've got a newborn, it's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. That's like saying you dependent on one slice of pizza to be a meal. It's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. Okay. So this is the reason why I say to you guys that, you know, with your job life insurance is just not going to be enough. You know, reality check. This is the reality check. And you guys, like I said, when you come on, please share the live, because the things that I'm telling you guys, I know everybody can benefit from the information that I share with you guys on these lives. Okay. So, but most jobs only offer like 1 to 2% of your salary. They only offer 1 to 2%. You can only get insurance that will cover, well, let's say 1 to 2% of whatever your salary is that you make on your job. They're only going to allow you to get that much insurance. Now, let's say you had a job and you were making, say, $20,000 to $30,000 a year, even $50,000 a year. The job is only going to allow you to get enough insurance that's going to cover 1 to 2% of your salary. So if you got a $20,000 job, that means that they're only going to allow you probably to get maybe $20,000 in insurance, maybe even 40,000, 1 to 2%, maybe even 40,000. What if you had a job making, let's say, 30 to $40,000 a year. They're only going to allow you to get coverage that's going to cover 1 to 2% of your income. So that means they're only going to allow you to get, if you got a $30,000 yearly job, they're only going to allow you to get $30,000 in insurance. Y'all, think about this thing. Let's really think about this. Is that going to be enough to cover all of your expenses that you have, all of your bills? If something was to happen to you, would you, let's say you're married, you got a spouse. You think $20,000 or $30,000, let's just say, even say $40,000, 50. You think that's going to be enough to supplement your income to help your spouse, where they will be able to carry on without you there, without that income there, should I say, without your income? Because a lot of times nowadays, when you have a husband and a wife, both incomes are important in the household. You guys depend on both incomes. You know, that's how you're making it. And we can barely make it with the economy like it is today. Even if you have a 2-income household with all the different bills, you know, if you got a 2-income household, you probably got 2 vehicles, 2 vehicle loans you're paying for. You got the insurance you got to pay for on the vehicles. You have your mortgage payment or your rent. And Lord forbid if you have kids, oh my God. So now you're dependent on every cent that comes into the household from both incomes. Hey, Kim, thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing, Kim. Y'all, when y'all get on, please share the live. But this is the thing. Like I said, with job insurance, they're only going to allow you to get but so much. They're not going to allow you to get $100,000 policy. They're not going to allow you to get $1 million policy. They're not going to allow that. They're only going to allow you to get 1 to 2% of whatever your salary is. Whatever your salary is, that's what they're going to allow you to get. Nothing more. Nothing more than that. 1 to 2% of whatever your salary is. And 9 times out of 10, that is definitely not going to be enough. If something was to happen to you and let's say you had a spouse, let's just say you're a single parent. You're a single parent. 1 to 2% of your income, if you're making $30,000 a year, you're a single parent, and they'll allow you to get, let's say, $30,000 in life insurance. That's not going to be enough for your kids to carry on. You got to understand, when you leave here and you leave back kids, then guess what? If you don't leave something back for them in order to live on, then that goes back to what we were talking about on Tuesday. Now you see where the kids are from pillar to post. They're from house to house being passed around because the parent didn't leave back any income for whoever is left to take care of them and do it comfortably. So it's not sufficient enough because of that reason, because they only allow you to get but so much in life insurance. Now, the other reason why it's not sufficient enough is not going to cut it. The other let's just say this. Let's say you get fired. Let's say you quit. Or let's just say that none of that happened. You didn't get fired. You didn't quit. But you decided that you wanted to get another job. You were tired of that job and you didn't want that job anymore, and so you went out and you searched for another job and you got another job. Okay, so now guess what? Because you left that job, that means you left the group, because you only get the benefits if you're with that job. So once you leave that job, you can't take those benefits with you. That we talked about that on last week too. You can't take those benefits with you. So that means that here you are. If you got fired, now you're without life insurance. And if something was to happen to you, now that all falls back on your family, where they have to, you know, take on the debt, the expenses. Let's say you switch jobs. Okay, even though you switch jobs, and a lot of times jobs, they do offer a benefit package. But guess what? You have a probation period. So now that you left that job and you got a new job, your insurance on that new job, it doesn't kick in like instantly as soon as you sign that paperwork. No, it's the probation period. And the probation period can be anywhere from 30 days to 90 days. Some I've seen 6 months. So you have a probation period where you are uninsured. So if you have your own policy, now you don't have to worry about that. Whether you switch jobs, whether you got fired, whether you got laid off, or even if you retire. A lot of people don't understand this either. A lot of people that retire, a lot of times that's not included in their benefit package. For you to have life insurance, you have to pay for that on your own. Once you leave that job, then it's not their responsibility anymore to make sure that you are covered with life insurance or health insurance. It's not their responsibility anymore. That all falls on you. So we have to really, really be smart about this. And we have to make good decisions when it comes to making sure that we are properly protected, especially when it comes to our insurance, especially when it comes to our insurance. And you know what? And I'm not just talking about life insurance. You know, you got to realize that even with health insurance also, you got to realize that if you switch jobs, you get fired, you get laid off, you quit, or you retire, you can't take that insurance with you. That insurance does not go with you. Your health insurance, your life insurance, whatever kind of insurance you got with them, you cannot carry that with you. You cannot carry that with you. Now, I have seen some jobs, and mostly the state, where they allow other companies to come in. It's not part of their benefit package, because if it's part of their benefit package, they're going to pay part of whatever the premium is on that insurance. They'll pay part of the premium. But if they're not paying part of the premium on any type of insurance that you have, even though you're getting it from the job, but if the employer is not paying part of the premium, that means that it's an independent agent or agency that they had come in to offer you these different benefits, if you want to call them benefits, but it's not something that's coming from them, being that you're in the group, if that makes sense. So if you're paying for something, because the state allow different insurance agents, insurance companies to come in and sell, I wouldn't say sell, offer different insurance policies or insurance benefits to their employers, but it's not part of the package, the benefit package that they're supplying to the employer. Now, if y'all don't understand that, please say something in the comment section and I'll explain that again as best as I can. But yeah, they allow different people or different companies to come in and provide additional, because they're not providing all the insurance you're going to need with a life insurance policy. So they allow these other companies to come in so they can offer you additional coverage, so you can have more coverage than what they're offering to you. That's how it works. Okay. And so what's the other reason? I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to make sure I'm covering everything. And you got to realize with job insurance, I tell people all the time, don't take job insurance like it is the cake. Let it be the icing on the cake. Okay. Let it be the icing on the cake. Let it just be something additional that you have outside of what you have on your own. Okay. Because when you have your own policy outside of the job, it doesn't matter what happens with the job. You can leave the job can leave you, but you're still covered because you still have your own outside policy. And that's how you want it. You want it to be like that. You want to have your own outside policy. So it doesn't matter about what happened with you and the job. You'll still be covered. Your family will still be properly protected. Okay. Now, with getting insurance, and people think that it costs a whole lot of money, and I'm here to tell you it's more expensive if you don't have insurance than if you do have insurance. Because think about it like this: if you have a policy and you're paying a monthly premium, you're paying a monthly premium. So now that premium is broken down into anywhere from, I'll say, $15 up. According to how much you got, you can get up to a couple of $100 in premium. But it would cost more if you didn't have coverage and you died. So now guess what? You walk into the funeral home, you don't have any insurance, they're going to want money up front. You got to come with money up front before they even talk to you about making plans. So now here you have where you got to come up with a couple of $1,000 in less than 7 days, because 7 days is, but that's a whole nother ballgame. But 7 days is kind of like the max time that people normally have a homegoing service once the person dies. But think about it like this: if you don't have insurance, now you gotta go and you gotta borrow money, or you gotta do a GoFundMe. I hate GoFundMes. You gotta do a GoFundMe and practically get people to give you money to help you with funeral service for your loved one. I've been there, done that. Been there, done that. And like I shared last week, well, Tuesday, that was the reason why I got involved in doing this. That's an embarrassing situation. When you don't have life insurance to cover funeral expenses for your loved one, that is very, very embarrassing. For me, it was very, very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. So why go through that when you can prevent that from happening to you? And it only costs a couple of dollars a month for you to make sure that if something was to happen to you or one of your loved ones, that you guys can make sure that you are properly protected, and you don't have to start a GoFundMe. You don't have to go and what they say, rob Peter to pay Paul. You don't have to do that. You don't have to go begging and asking people to help you with funeral arrangements. No better feeling it is to know that your family is properly protected when something happens to them. When something happens to them, there's no better feeling than that. And we have to understand too, life insurance also is not just for the homegoing service. It's also to make sure that whatever family members are left behind, the husband, the children, whoever's left behind, is to make sure that they can live on and live comfortably after you're gone. You don't want to make it where your family, especially your kids, are sitting and waiting on somebody to provide for them. To Because they gotta eat. They gotta eat. They gotta have clothes. They still gotta go to school. It's a lot of expenses that come along with a child growing up. And you don't want to leave that burden back on nobody. So when you leave back enough coverage for them, then you don't have to work. That would be your least word if something was to happen to you where you have to leave them behind. That would be your least word. At least you know that they will be able to carry on and carry on comfortably because you made sure that your family was properly protected. So that's basically all I have for you guys today. And I hope this information that I share with you, I hope you take it in consideration. If you're one of those ones who only have job insurance and you're thinking that you don't need any outside life insurance, you're wrong. I'm here to tell you, you're wrong. Because for one, the life insurance coverage that you have at the job, 9 times out of 10 is not going to be enough for your family to carry on and live comfortably like they're living now. It's not going to be enough for them to live comfortably and carry on like they are now. Okay. So yeah, I have a few shout outs here, a few sponsors that I have here before I go. Y'all, I want to give a shout out to Lavish Cocktails by Toya. Lavish Cocktails by Toya is a mobile bartending service. She will help, but it's like a mobile service, and she will do services for weddings, well, wedding receptions, private events, birthday parties, date nights, and more. You can book by calling 864-523-2065. That's 864-523-2065. And that is Latoya, Lavish Cocktails by Toya, which is a mobile bartending service. And we have Precious Pieces Boutique, and the owner is Tasha Smith. She is a Black-owned business, and she's about to relaunch her Precious Pieces Boutique business. And she have beautiful bracelets and earrings and necklaces, any type of jewelry that you can think of that's different. She even carry hats and sunglasses. It's so many different pieces that she carry. So y'all go check out her page. It's called Precious Pieces. And like I said, she's getting ready to relaunch her business. And from my understanding, I think she has a new partner that's coming on board with her. But y'all, Tasha has been through a couple of had a couple of health issues, but she didn't let that stop her. She has a special needs child, beautiful special needs child. She didn't let that stop her either. She's moving forth and she's going to relaunch her business, y'all. So let's go and support Miss Tasha Smith with her business. Go check out her page at Precious Pieces Boutique. That's on Facebook, y'all. And also, last but not least, we have for those that are looking for, I don't know why my battery seems to be going dead on my phone, y'all. But for those that are looking for a DJ, those that are looking for a DJ, and for your special event, there's no better DJ than DJ Q on the ones and twos. He caters to the young and the old. He has a state-of-the-art equipment and can turn any event into a party of a lifetime. He's DJ for several schools, for their school proms, school dances, school sporting events. He's DJ for weddings, parties, receptions, church events, corporate events, private events, brunch parties, community events, you name it, he can do it. So you can go and book, you can book him for your next event. And I promise you that when you book him for your next event, your guests will have the time of their lives. They will never leave the dance floor. Never leave the dance floor. So you can book him at DJ Q at Original. Well, this is his Facebook page. DJ Q at Original Sounds Entertainment. ENT. That's DJ Q at Original, ORRIGINAL Sounds ENT. So y'all go check out those 3 sponsors that I just named. Y'all go check them out and show them some love on their Facebook page, or you can call them. And like I said, you can call. I don't remember, but I gave Latoya's phone number if you want to book for her mobile bartending service. And I think Latoya also do. So you may see her at a Clemson game, y'all, because I think she bartender for the Clemson, some of the Clemson games too, their home games. But yeah, 864-523-2065. 864-523-2065. Call up Latoya and book her mobile bartending service. That's all I have, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. We will be back here for our next section on Tuesday. Remember, we are doing this on Tuesday and on Thursdays. And I would definitely let you know in advance what the topic, what the discussion would be for our next session on Tuesday. Thank y'all again. And don't forget, if you need a free quote, don't sit back and think that, you know, everything is okay and everything is good and you don't really need life insurance. You never know. Don't wait until it's too late to get life insurance, because once you wait until it's too late, then it's too late. It's definitely too late. If you wait till it's too late, then it's too late. Okay? So y'all hit me up if you have any questions about anything that we talked about today, or if you want to get a free quote from me, I'll be more than happy to give you a free quote. It costs nothing for you to get a free quote. You know, at least you'll know how much you need to budget into your monthly budget in order to afford the life insurance to make sure your family is properly protected. Okay, so that's all I have. Y'all have a great one, and I will see you on next Tuesday. Have a good one.